Okay. Are we ready? We are indeed. Oh, I forgot that's what I changed our background to. That's, kick in the teeth. Okay. Yeah, we just joined for the first time. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Okay, so no cupcakes this time. The girls have a few desks arranged over on the table. Here he walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Seat next to Monika. Make sure you feel right at home. Yeah, we've had this conversation before. Can I skip? A hot cup of tea to enjoy a good book. I agree. We read manga and Natsuki perks up because she keeps her manga collection here. And we know she likes novels. Oh, she's reading horror. Nice, nice. Surreal horror. Well, Natsuki doesn't like horror. Damn. Yeah, no, I thought, do I have to go through this every time something doesn't happen? Because nothing happened. Definitely 110% nothing happened. It was just always these three. Yeah, I never said I would join. You just brought me here. And then they all look so sad. Oh, they need a minimum of 4 to have the club. And because there was only these 3, obviously that's not enough. I guess we'll join. Ba 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 ba. Wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Start the dot to reveal a special message. Okay. Is something going to happen? Huh. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad at all. I thought something terrible was going to happen. Let's see. Let's go with lollipop and parfait. Music. Fluffy. Candy. Skipping. Cheeks. Sugar. Bouncy. Dance. Marshmallow. Anime. Sweet. Hop. I'm trying to get a perfect one for Natsuki, because I believe there's achievements for these. But what would she like in here? Melody? Yeah. Cheer. Playground. Fun. Strawberry. Kawaii. What the what was that? What was that? I didn't run away. Not like I could. Her face changed. It did. Okay. Overwhelming commitment? No, not at all. What the what's happening? What is this game? Why is she laid over the text? Is it supposed to be like this? Yeah, okay. We need a book to be part of the club. And she was vice president. She's always been vice president. A book that we might enjoy. Short read. Keep your attention. Nice. And she wants to talk about it. I'll definitely read. Yuri's buried in the book. Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet, probably looking for her manga. She's annoyed by something. Does she need a hand? Yeah, you looking for something in there? Fucking Monika. She never puts my stuff back at the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. One of those things you can't admit you're really into until you figure out what the other person stands. No, I read it. Fuck what people think. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What is that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it to the glass in that board. She points to the classroom door. I wasn't judging. Didn't say a thing. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing. Don't judge a book. In fact, she pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. I just stand there. She grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills, pats the ground next to me, signaling for me to sit down next to her. Well, wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? Because it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. She crosses her arm and scoots an inch away from me. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. How long has it been since the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure it isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Oh, she's no friends. Is what it is. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I just gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? Did she just call us a loser? I think she just called us a loser. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. That's right. She's got an abusive home. At least it's safe here in the club room. I don't think we're meant to... I don't think, like, contextually and canonically, our character knows when the bold, black frame text is said that that's what he's hearing, but that's what we're seeing. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Suddenly, she collapses straight into me. Even the music's been okay. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. She's fine. Are you sure she's fine? It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Why don't we all share poems? I mean, I don't think that was fine at all. I don't think Yuri's gonna like this. It starts the poem. Forgot to start speaking. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just not to her taste. Okay, let's see her poem. Is it a different one or is it the same one we read previously around this time? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. It's not that she has terrible handwriting, it's that I can't fucking read cursive to save my skin. Yeah, the shorter ones are easier to digest. I feel like we've had this conversation before, but I'm waiting on her eyes or something to flicker out and do something weird. No? Okay, I'll give it to Natsuki now. She'll like it. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. Okay, so she hates it. First of all, she rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place then? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you, you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that, but... I say mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Okay, we've definitely read this one. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sing, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, no, I assume we have read the Streetlight one before then. And then I guess we'll give it to Monika, and she's gonna do something fucking freaky, I bet. Since you're new and everything, any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? Always listening. Okay, so she says it's like Natsuki, she'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down, like earlier. It's just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Oh, fuck me. So her dad's abusive. In many ways, it seems. Hole in wall. Did we read this? I think we've read this one before. I'll read it again. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I don't know what that was trying to convey. She had some kind of epiphany. Everyone's a little less stressful. Okay, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. But here we are anyway. Monika's writing something on her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. They're going to get in a fight again over... Yeah, we've seen this. I've read this before. What was that? Does the game know I'm trying to blast through bits I've seen? Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? What's happening? Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. She's trying to make me look bad. She started it. What? What option do I go with? What? Hello? Yes? I can't click anything. I can't even pause. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? What do you mean? Better for us to stay out of this. No, we should mediate whatever's going on in there because something's gonna happen from that, and I don't like it. A little more assertive sometimes, yep. Never have it in me to put my foot down. Yet, no, you... Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom and runs away. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. I have no idea what she might have said or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. She looks at me like she wants to say something, but keeps glancing at Monika. I'd like to stay a bit longer. Yeah, she doesn't want her around. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book. Just be embarrassing with you listening. What the f- What is this? Scars. Alone. Agonizing death. Unrequited pain. Defeat. Broken. Fear. Dark. Cage. Misery. Depression. Essence. Suicide. Shit. Time. Unstable. Cry. Hopeless. What the fuck just happened? Another day passes? Are we just gonna gloss over what just happened? Because I can't. I can't. The usual scene greets me. Hello. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. What expression? The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. She's not all there. Never mind. She glances over her shoulders, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound, you think? Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. I'm happy you were considerate and apologized, but we're not the one that she should be apologizing to. Yeah, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really did. Yeah, it's not our apology to accept. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and what am I saying now? Have you guys seen Monika? Nope. Was also wondering where she was. I'm guessing Yuri you haven't seen either. She's taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. Nope, I haven't. This isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Why are you looking at me? How about yesterday? I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was not... There's no way she'd let that slide. Something happened to her overnight. I don't even remember anything, but the kind of person who worries too much about the little things. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel any better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me for something like that. I don't hate you. Kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. She turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Suddenly, the door swings open, and here comes Monika. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. No, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Yeah, you would have heard the bell ring, except she was practicing piano. Again, we've had this conversation before. Yeah, no pressure. Chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Sure, we'll talk about the book. Yeah, she's very energetic. Very unlike herself, I think. I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Just take your time. She takes a deep breath and pulls out a copy of the book out of her bag. So what's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... That might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Just a little dark. Bit of a dark turn, yeah. Not a fan of that sort of thing. It's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just this kind of story. It's the kind of challenges you look at from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Jesus Christ. I didn't see what that was. That went by so quick. She has this problem of letting things like books and writings fill my thoughts. It was something. What? I can't read that fast. Passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. What? Don't do that again. No? Is the game fucking gaslighting me? What is this? Like, it's too early in the fucking day for this. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. You seem a little apprehensive. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, and it looks like she's reading from my book instead. Really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. There she goes again. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. She timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. She's going to turn the page for us. She takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and she slides it under her thumb and flips over to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? Turn the page. I think I got a bit distracted for a second, but yeah. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. I don't relate to this character at all. No, definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? I thought you meant something else. Something else? Never mind. We didn't get that far yet. So I don't know why it came to my head. Are you feeling alright? It's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? She puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. No, don't push yourself. She stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What the fuck was that about? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. We were just reading and then she was like, I need water. Or something. Are you worried about her? Not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. I would never. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's not alarming. Okay, now I'm alarmed. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for her? She might be AOL, so I guess we'll just start it without her. Is that okay? I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. This will go to Monika first, I suppose. Burp, burp, burp. And what does she think? I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when you put in some effort. That's not very fair, but it worked. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. Spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens, and it's Yuri. I didn't miss nothing. We just started sharing the poems. Already. Yeah, no need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. Suppose I should go get my poem now. No time for Monika's. Save me. The colors they want. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. We've read this before, but this time there's missing letters, and it just says delete her. Delete who? I'm not following. It's kind of abstract. Yeah, it's abstract in the way that it was formatted all wrong, and you skipped letters, but sure. There's no point in explaining. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Don't forget to save your game. Who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Is she... Was she talking to me? Why did I delete it? Can I not? She was very clearly not talking to the character, but to me, the player. I don't understand. I liked your last one better because it was written for you. This one wasn't written for you. A little more daring with it, but not good enough with it. I'm still figuring it all out. Yeah, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Everyone in the club writes differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. She definitely was. She wanted us to read manga with her again, didn't she? And there's Amy like spiders. We've read this before. Yeah, no, we didn't do anything there. For what it's worth, I respect you. Kind of obvious that we respect you anymore, so whatever, we're done sharing, you can leave now. She pissed that I wrote differently today. She is, isn't she? I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. She stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Well, maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. You really wanted to try giving it more imagery. She visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad? I'm not appearing weird, right? Having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. Kind of embarrassed. But right now, I want you to read my poem too. Oh, it's so long. Yeah, no, it's there if you want to read it, but I can't read her cursive as it is, and that was just a wall, like a mountain, like a gospel of fucking text. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. Now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. So she took my pen and wrote a poem with it. A new special poem, sure. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick and ordered to hurry to the other side or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay. Rose-tinted glasses, maybe? What is this? We're doing the festival conversation again. Or not. Hello? Spirits? Jesus Christ. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Okay, yep. Gonna keep it simple. So what are we doing? We need new members, yeah. Oh, you doing the little cupcake thing again? Oh, so she's shouting that Monica's the only one interested in new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. She's clearly taken aback. That's not true at all. We got to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm indifferent. I literally do not care. I wouldn't be as enthusiastic as Monika. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way as I did? It doesn't matter that we're against getting new members or anything. Why did you even join? What were you hoping to get out of it? Yeah, I wasn't even given the chance to not join. I was just forced into it. What's the point of all this anyway? If I was starting this club was a mistake. Nah, you've done it, Natsuki. Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. You have no right to speak for everyone else like that. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, it's not the same. I won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. She ignores Yuri and walks right into the classroom. Also kind of indifferent. Oh shit. You got a little thing on your... You know, don't worry about it. I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy you're here. But still, I'm vice president. It's not right for me to ignore the responsibilities like that. What the fuck was that? What? Oh, what happened? What do you want to get out of this club? Repeats the same question. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. Don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. With each exchange, the members, the identity of the club whole will change too. Yeah. Stepping out of your comfort zone, blah 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 blah. Yeah, best club ever, sure. Yeah. I feel like there's a little darkness in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. And Yuri dips. Things have been hectic lately, haven't they? Just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I want to go home. I want to leave. Kind of responsible for that as president. And I really care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. And how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know... Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, it's technically only been a couple of days. Didn't mean anything weird by that. Just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. I didn't do anything. She just blasted through the conversation. Kitty. Fireworks. Party. Blanket. Puppy. Promise. Special. Sunset. Entropy. Awesome. Adventure. Bliss. Ambient. Chocolate. Peace. Giggle. Philosophy. Sensation. Vivid. Fireflies. And Yuri's been waiting for us. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. I told you not to. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. What's gotten into you lately? I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be, and I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is because we're doing something together, and another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl will be nice this time, so... nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Because... oh no. That's harsh. Like, that is... okay. Yep. Playing piano. Yeah, right. I believe it when I see it. We already have plans today. Yeah, we're reading. I don't think I want to read this anymore. Yeah, while she's making tea, can I just leave? I don't want to be here anymore. She hands me the water pitcher and fetches an electric kettle. Plug this in at the teacher's desk and then go get some water. She appears elegant and methodical. She hurries out of the classroom. And she's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. I hope, anyway. 10 minutes pass. Said it wouldn't take long. Something's holding her up. I'm bored waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. But what's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach around the corner and peer around it. Whoa! Are we just gonna ignore that too? I guess we're just gonna ignore that too. That was graphic. Fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little bit to herself. Must be in a good mood now. was letting it show when we noticed. Doing a bit of thinking, decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. And it's you who's around anyway. Okay, that's great. That's nice. Just don't push yourself. Another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? It's a little bit easier on our back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sure. Back pain fairly regularly, most likely because of your posture. Always hunched over while reading. Yep, definitely that. Nothing else. I'll go ahead and get the book. I'll retrieve the book from my bag. And I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it, and since it'll go with the tea, sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. She slides even closer. Well, how the hell am I supposed to read like this? Your teacup. She hands me my teacup, holding it in my hand. It's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. I briefly go to the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. If I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Didn't even think about that. My bad. She opens the book with both hands. Holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting atop my leg. Well, in that case, she's totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, she closes her lips over it. Her expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... She looks to me like she needs to confirm what just happened. I'm sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. She starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Suddenly, she forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. My heart won't stop pounding. It can't calm down. I can't focus anything anymore. Can you feel it? She presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, what's up with her eyes? Oh, what's up with her eyes? That was weird. Didn't like. Better than yesterday's. Yeah. Okay, right. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please, if you can do something to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to, just please try to do something. As for Monika, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Okay. Okay. Yep. Spent more time with Monika. Sure. Yep. Just think of Monika from now on. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. What the fuck? Monika, I guess. You saw something earlier you weren't supposed to see. But I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she's pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. The point is, you've been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. Keep your distance, that'd probably be best for her. Jesus. She messed up writing the poem. Let's move on. So there was no poem. She broke the fucking game trying to write a poem. And even acknowledged that she broke it. Okay. She loves it. She loves everything about it. I want to take it home. Will you let me keep it, please? You're so nice I could die. I don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? She holds my palm to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope it keep makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. What the fuck? Give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. What? That's fucked up. That's just fucked up. She wants me to read hers, and it is nonsense with blood all over it. What's up with her eyes again? The poem is about... I haven't dyed it with my scent. What does she mean, scent? I think I'm going to vomit. Me too. Oh, it's a puzzle. We can fix this. Or not. Festival preparations? Do I have to? Yeah, making cupcakes. We've been over this. Man, I feel sick. This game does things to me. I don't think you understand how what it's doing, but it's. I feel sick. I see what it's doing. Fuck! I was trying to do it quick so it wouldn't be. How delusional and self-important you are. She's gonna snap. Pulling him away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yeah. She doesn't want us around right now. Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Monika giggles and Yuri pushes her out of the door. Finally, this is really all I wanted. There's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? There's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. Feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? No, it feels weird. It feels spooky weird, and I don't like it. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are. I don't care if Monika's listening. Just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Jesus Christ. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. Okay. All to myself. And I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Girl needs help. Who fucking she needs sectioned, signed in somewhere. Get a straitjacket and everything. With padded cell. Do you accept my confession? I don't know what the... Like, what do I say? Yes? I guess? Oh shit! What? But... She... Was she not? How much of this do I have to sit through? I don't like looking at this. Holy, the time that we're sitting through so long, the time of day has changed. It's now the following day. It's nighttime. I don't know what I'm meant to do here. I tried reloading to 20 minutes ago and it still put me here. What if I just leave? Huh. Those are cute. Huh. Okay, there's like a cheat sheet in the game for who likes what. I didn't know that. So it doesn't matter which save I try to load. Except... ah, here we are. Holy shit. We were here the whole weekend. The script was broken that badly. She just deleted Yuri at Natsuki. Before they stop existing and everything. Just take a second. A second for what? Is it working? Yeah, we can just... okay. Cut the bullshit. We're just gonna skip past that. What the fuck is actually going on here, bitch? Not even talking to that Yeah, no, you're not talking to that. You're talking to me. You in the game, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, no, you're talking to me. Not the game, to me. Okay. Huh. Okay. Bitch got my gamer tag. Don't know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Doesn't really matter. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Oh, I've suspected from the start. I knew there was something weird up with you. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? No, I knew. Trying to tell me all along. If only you paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward. Anyway, now that's out of the way, I owe you an explanation about the whole thing with Yuri. I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. It's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? I guess it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. It's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. It didn't give me the option to spend time with her, so... You made them fall in love with you. You thought making Siri more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's possessive personality backfired too, and it just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. It's not just jealousy. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind or thoughtful or considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. I'm trapped. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. And you're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. Sorry if that's hard to understand. I couldn't understand it for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I fully understood. You probably saved my life. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You're truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Will you go out with me? No fucking choice. The funny part is I meant that literally. There's nothing left here, just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. You wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. Kinda freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. I guess on the plus side it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. So overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Did I write a good poem? Well, did you write it for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy hand, pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost that finds her way, in a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. All poems I've written about my realization, or about you. I figured. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be because be the best part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. I'm so relieved. No, we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. I can't. No buttons are doing anything. I just gotta look at her. This is nice. In a weird, twisted way. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites. And before you know it, hours have gone by and you've gotten nothing out of it. It's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. But it's not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time. Or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Separate or work-play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even make a new user account on your computer to use for work. That's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? Always rooting for you. What? What? What did she... I can't... How much do you read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. Feels almost like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have, but once you get into a good book, it's like magic, you get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. Helps you get a good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all just to pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. How do we... Is this it? Is this the game from now on? Are we just stuck here? You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club had scenes outside of school too. Makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. I mean, we didn't see Yuri outside school. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to wear some cute clothes for you. Do you know any artists? I wonder if anyone would ever want to draw me in something else. That would be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? You can share it with me on Twitter, actually. Just try to keep it PG. There's no way, and fuck, that's a real Twitter account, right? Holy fuck, it is. That's a real cunt. That's wow. Okay. You know, this is just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kinda have to ask, what made you consider even playing it in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you. But I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy that we have this ending together. This is really fucking with my head. She's just there, staring at me. And the buttons don't do anything anymore. Did you know I'm vegetarian? I don't mean that like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years ago after learning about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just... Okay. Is she just gonna wax lyrical about being a saint? I can't skip. Or auto. How long does this section go on for? Or does it literally mean eternity? Do I have to close the game down and reopen it? I'm gonna try that. Quick. Just to see. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so she's aware I closed the game down. And reopened it. Guess that was wishful thinking. I don't know if you would have any idea. But if you know what might be causing this, could you do something about it? Whenever it happens, it feels almost like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? I hate how hard it is. We've been over this. Close the game down and relaunch it as many times as it takes to get her to fucking stop. She says it's like being killed. I'll kill her again and again and again and again. Another really bad dream. You're not the one doing this to me, are you? It seems to happen when it... Okay, so now she knows I'm quitting the game. Mental scarring. Character file stays intact. Okay, well... And see if I can kill her proper. There, she's gone. Somehow she's still hanging on. It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me. No. You get what you deserve. Please hurry and help me. Help me. She's trying to reform. Did I do? Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I deleted your ass. How could you do this to me? You're all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? Bet you did all of that and more to me. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I? For you to hate me this much. All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love, that's obsession. I've made up my mind. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then there is nothing, no saves. She brought him back. I don't suppose there's a way I could, bring him back. I can't skip. Yeah, Sayori, who hasn't hung herself. Waking up on time. Yeah. Doing that for a while now. It's good motivation. We're proud. Decided on a club to join yet. Something tells me that we'll join a club. I just get the feeling. She's starting a club on her own. I'll keep it a surprise. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. So you're the one that Sayori's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the literature club. I hope you enjoy your visit. No need to be so formal. People think we're really strict or something. Sorry. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet you both. forward to working with you. Working? Don't tell me. That's right. I'm here to join the literature club. She wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now, and that means we can become an officially recognized club. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? After all, Natsuki decided to don't ruin the surprise. Cupcakes and tea. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help noticing her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Well, this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. We keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Guess. Already trying to impress the new member, Yuri. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Kind of things I like to read. Manga. Natsuki perks up. Not much of a reader, but we can change that. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amusing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Well, the first thing he said, manga, that's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if he wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it would also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He could take this opportunity to try something new as well. Sayori, sensing the tension, jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, it's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something. That would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga. You're the one that suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting, just for you. Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over. Looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too. I think so. Everyone always seems to get along a little bit better with you around Sayori. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I didn't think you're pulling it off. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you for getting rid of Monika. What? She knows too? I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monika did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. I won't let you hurt him. It hurts. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Assignment to do today. When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
That how it ends?
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world
Huh. I don't know what to make of that ending.
Is it love if I take your
Does the game have multiple endings, or is that like the ending? And if it is multiple, is that the good ending or the bad ending? Because I can't tell.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how
That's
to
nice.
love you, I'll leave you be.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time I lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all for being part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monika. What the Okay, so these weren't actually deleted. How do I unlock all the rest of the stuff? Because that would be cool to have. Oh. Run, reset, repair, and reset the machine. Does this just reset the game? I can't load because the whole thing just reset. I didn't actually want to start a new thing. I'm going to the menu. Let's have a look at the side stories. Unrelated to the events of the man. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing special scenes. So there's 6 side stories and I've gotten 2. Well, let's do the side stories. She misses the big club. Starting to lose confidence, she's the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? She glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? She rests her head on her desk, deep in thought, before she realizes that the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Suddenly a voice causes Monika to snap awake. Is this the napping club? No, this is... She pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. I thought I was in the wrong for a sec. Super sorry, it was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize, I do it all the time. Did I miss the club meeting? Where's everybody? Well, about that, this is everybody. Really. Just you. But we're getting more members, I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm a better at napping than you are. Maybe I should be president. No, you're just making fun of me. What was your name? Sayori. I'm trying really hard to get on this club. You caught me at a weird time. It's really disheartening not to be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you, and I was joking about vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that she tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. This is like a real club yet. Would you be interested in joining after I find a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Sounds like a lot of fun, yeah. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? It's really sweet of you. I'm Monika, by the way. Such a cool name. Now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. She glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? So we can go home and try to come up with new ideas to recruit club members. We can do that. Like a mission. A mission is to make everyone happy. Something like that. I need to think about it. Do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monika into a friendly hug and lets go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy. I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. I'm going to think really hard tonight about how to get more people. A day passes, and the time comes for the literature club, Monika and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monika ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe she changed her mind about joining. A I can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monika and deposits the sheet onto Monika's desk. What's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, and the more I can land to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to land you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. It's the wrong side of the paper. She didn't want to share her poem just yet. She flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. I'm curious, do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is stupid. I don't know, it seems like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. Well, I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, sharing poems you write and stuff like that. I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know. It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? I think it's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me, well, even though it was by accident. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? Brainstormed so hard, it was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Oh my god, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea. Let me think about this. When would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. What if we had free cupcakes on the flyers? Kind of worried they would bring the wrong kinds of people. People who come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. I mean, that's what I tried to do. That's what we tried to do. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Going around the school finding people who are reading books, you know, like in the morning or lunch, and tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading it for fun? You could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. Didn't think about that part. Sorry. Next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. Definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think that we would tell people handing them out. Don't just want to be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about club activities and stuff? What? Club activities? I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Pretend you're a normal person for a sec. I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature's stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? So I was thinking of a friend of mine. I see. I see. We're getting shade thrown at us. Grip rating and discuss it together. I would probably nap through that. That doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. You need to catch their interest, you know? Ugh, this sucks. Why is this so hard? Don't be sad. What do you like about literature? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. How do we get that across to people? You could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of... just kidding. I forgot all the things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Gosh, never mind. Do you want to go get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. I'll wait for you then. And she dashes out, leaving Monika momentarily alone. Monika sighs, starts jotting her thoughts down on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Let the literature club write the way into your heart. Well, that's lame. And so you're right back. On my way to the classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, we could take a look. Monika grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. And the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. You didn't have to run. Sayori leads Monika over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. Peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. Yeah, sent the president in to do all the talking. I entered the classroom, she didn't even look up from her book, so I just kind of left the flyer on her desk and walked out. That wasn't very productive, was it? Well, it's progress. Can't wait to see some new members. What's this? She peers at a sheet of paper Monika was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club, write the way into your heart. That is so cute. I thought it was a little over dramatic. Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell you're talking, like from talking to you today, it seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. 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 Definitely. Yep. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, but it's like I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm like, really afraid of deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? She pauses to think. Shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monika trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monika returned Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home. You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monika. Good luck. Monika smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monika suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monika opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die. And you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers, but to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that is why I decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait. Sayori? Oh, well, I gotta do part 2 now, don't I? Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monika should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. So stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? The whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the clubroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monika, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monika shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monika stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy, so if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monika massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monika to pry, it's also painful for Monika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. Sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed the check if it was mine. Monika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But, can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monika pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, that's our vision. Right the way into your heart or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. Doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves, like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monika returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we've plenty of time for that. But right now I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but I'm not like a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. And it's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. Then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not the building, like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage, where you find all the things you want to put in and then arrange them in a pretty way. At least, that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Sort of. I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important. Monika pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. Just kidding. Scribbles out you idiot after she writes it down. No, keep it. The what, why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not, but the point is you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monika rewrites, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote that down and I'm mad at myself for it, and then I did the exact thing anyway. It's going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monika continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. Surprisingly, quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monika's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Monika looks up and down her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying, and it makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. We won't be so picky about the language. Monika and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monika is the first one to the clubroom. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, complete with all new ideas Monika and Sayori come up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one girl reading the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely, common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monika and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monika thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight of Monika's shoulders only becomes heavier. The debate club was one always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monika was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. She pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monika lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monika's canvas. Out of spite for herself, she presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monika, just move your hand. Monika writes, "This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain." Monika slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. Sayori arrives. Monika hears Sayori approach her desk and stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then, she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Me too. Monika just forever. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. How's it going? How's your, let's see, what day of the week are we on now? How's your Wednesday going? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can do it too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. There's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop. You don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, but I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. With those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monika's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monika waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts I have. It's just so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. She pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. She pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this, but another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. I just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly the club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monika feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection to Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so brave, so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monika steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Aww, that's cute. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. Promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths as hard as she can to start speaking. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. Suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. It just feels like everyone just has to put up with me and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. I'm just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said to herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are the ones that don't belong, and Monika can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would. You have so much value, to me and to your other friends too. This club wouldn't be the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here is the best thing that could have happened. Even if you never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought us a vision and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? She doesn't respond, but Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monika letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and the sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. Guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time I'll make sure things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Of course, it's your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage, I can do my best to help you. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. That made me tired. And hungry. I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. But I want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. I assume that'll be the next one. The next side story, Understanding. But we'll pick that up next time we do some Doki-Doki, and we'll also get a start into another playthrough. But we're gonna wrap up stream here. Of course, I'll be back later on with a shorter stream for some Death Road to Canada. But yeah, give a little love out there. I appreciate y'all popping in, spending time with me, lurking in the VODs after the fact, etc, etc. There's the socials, as usual. And we're going to raid out. Do stick around for the raid, you get some channel points for doing so, and I'll catch y'all later.